Greetings, traveler. I am the storyteller. Please sit and stay a while as I have a myriad of strange and wonderful tales to tell. If you feel so inclined, please consider supporting my work through Bandcamp, Spotify, and Audible. You'll find the links below. Now, traveler, we shall begin. Allow me to recite one of the 51 tales as put forth in the days of old by the splendid and visionary Lord Dunsany.
The Hen. All along the farmyard gables the swallows sat a row, twittering uneasily to one another, telling of many things, but thinking only of summer and the south, for autumn was afoot and the north wind waiting. And suddenly, one day, they were all quite gone, and everyone spoke of the swallows and the south. "I think I shall go south myself next year," said a hen. And the year wore on, and the swallows came again, and the year wore on, and they sat again on the gables, and all the poultry discussed the departure of the hen. And very early one morning, the wind being from the north, the swallows all soared suddenly and felt the wind in their wings, and a strength came upon them, and a strange old knowledge, and a more than human faith, and flying high they left the smoke of our cities and small remembered eaves, and saw at last the huge and homeless sea, and steering by gray sea currents went southward with the wind. And going south, they went by glittering fog banks and saw old islands lifting their heads above them. They saw the slow quests of the wandering ships, and divers seeking pearls, and lands at war, till there came in view the mountains that they sought, and the sight of the peaks they knew. And they descended into an austral valley, and saw summer sometimes sleeping, and sometimes singing song. "I think the wind is about right," said the hen, and she spread her wings and ran out of the poultry yard, and she ran fluttering out onto the road and some way down it until she came to a garden. At evening, she came back panting. And in the poultry yard she told the poultry how she had gone south as far as the high road, and saw the great world's traffic going by, and came to lands where the potato grew, and saw the stubble upon which men live, and at the end of the road had found a garden, and there were roses in it, beautiful roses, and the gardener himself was there with his braces on. "How extremely interesting," the poultry said, "and what a really beautiful description." And the winter wore away, and the bitter months went by, and the spring of the year appeared, and the swallows came again. "We have been to the south," they said, "and the valleys beyond the sea." But the poultry would not agree that there was a sea in the south. "You should hear our hen," they said.